So I'm going to tell you how to make this. Yeah, it's very simple. I just I don't know, like it shows some kind of a 3D way of representation. So this is the main image. As you can see, the width is very small, and I don't have this complete image as it has been cut off. So what I did was, there are various ways I can fix this, but what I did was the simplest and the most modern method nowadays. I just expand the selection to how much ever I want. I don't want this, like I want to keep it almost square as possible. So I want this layer also. So what I did was just, so I'm going to see the generative fill is on now. I'm going to leave up to the robots to decide how the image is going to show up. Most of the time people rely on AI nowadays, but the creativity depends on humans, so don't worry, they won't steal the jobs of yours. Okay, this looks perfectly okay. So I'm going to rename this as image. This is the one of the main thing you need to do when you're working in Photoshop. Please rename all the layers so that it will be easily identifiable. So I'm going to make a copy of this by selecting the image, the layer, and pressing Ctrl J. This makes a copy. So let me put the copy below and work on this image. Now what I'm going to do is make the selection of the subject, just the subject and the bike here. So what I'm going to do is, once again I'm going to leave it up to the AIs to decide the subject. So this is doing a pretty nice job here of selecting the subject, and then I'm going to select the bike. Okay. Now I'm going, oh, okay, just a minute, I need to add to the selection. So I need to press this double layer and select once again. So I'm going to zoom in and check if everything is selected properly. As you can see, even the minute selection, it has done a very good job. Okay, here are some of the layers are missing here, so it should be select here. I'll be back quickly making some adjustments. Okay guys, I have made some tweaks here and there and made selection even more, at least perfect to some point. So let me just mask this. Okay, after selecting and refining, I'm going to refine the air no, I'm going to refine the hairs. Okay, I know my English is bad, but I'm trying my best here. So I'm going to just refine some of the hairs here. Yes, this is fine. Okay, I'm going to select the output too. I don't think we need to make any changes over here, so I'm going to just put it as new layer with layer mask. So a new layer is created with the layer mask. I'm going to make a copy of this subject and rename it as maybe subject 2. Okay, I'm going to turn off this layer for temporary. I'm just going to press the text layer and bring in some text. Okay, the fun part begins here. I'm going to type in any text. So I'm going to use my bike's name, that is Jigsaw. So I can't place the whole what should I say, Jigsaw complete word here. So I'm just going to use the word GIX, and I'm going to increase the size. The best way is to actually double click, that way you're in the text editing layer, and increase the size from here, but anyway is possible. I'm just going to use the transform tool and hit Control T and just increase the size, and I'm going to adjust it to make the whole bike appear within the text here, and this looks fine for now. Beautiful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bring the text layer behind the subject layer. So, and after that I'm going to halt. When you press halt, you can see the icon changing here. It means it's going to clip, and it has been clipped, but as this layer is it's showing up, so it's making a double layer here. So I'm going to switch off this also temporarily, and after clipping this one, I want the subject's face to appear out, so it appears like it's coming out of this text over here. So that is the reason I kept this one. So I'm going to apply this layer mask to this layer over here. So I'm going to apply the layer, and what I'm going to do is create a mask again and inverse this. That way you are going to paint on this mask layer using the hard brush, keeping the opacity all the way to 100. I'm going to keep the foreground color as white so that it shows up on this layer. So I'm going to paint the subject back so you can see it. Main attraction of this bike is the headlight, so I need this back. So I'm going to paint this back, and I'm going to paint some of this environment back into the text layer, so that way it looks good enough. So I'm going to select the subject layer which is clipped right over here. I'm going to paint over the mask right over here and just paint it. You can see the environment coming back within the text here. Now I'm going to add a solid layer and make this white. So this the text looks way too plain, so I'm going to add some shadows. So I will double click and a layer style will pop up. I'm just going to use the drop shadow because I'm way too lazy to add shadow myself, so I guess this is fine. You can play with these sliders and see which looks good for you. For now I guess this is okay. Okay, cool. For the subject over here to appear more it must appear like he is coming out of this text over here, I'm going to add some shadows below here. Adding shadows make way more difference, and it makes way more immersive. Adding shadows or highlights to your photo manipulation techniques. So what I'm going to do is create a new layer here and rename it as shadows, and I'm just going to maybe take a soft brush and squeeze it over here, and reduce the opacity all the way to 20%, and keeping the foreground color as black. I'm going to just I'm going to rotate the brush over here. The way I'm rotating is just using the keys right left. So I'm going to increase using the bracket keys and just paint over here. If I look from far away, this looks fine. This looks great enough. So yeah, you people spend more time. You can see there are some lines coming over here, or you can see right over here. You people try to find a way out for that and make the adjustments. For now I'm just going to keep it like this, and after that I'm going to merge all the layers to one and add some color corrections to this. In final process, adding some camera raw filter makes all the difference because it has so many key values. So what I'm going to do is add some blues, no, not blues, sorry, add some oranges. Yeah, oranges and some blues for the shirt. It looks it gives out some popping color effect. After doing everything, you'll get something like this. This looks way more predefined, and have added another text over here, SF, and added the sunset effect, which was present in the original image. Here you can see that sunset effect, so that I just drag it over here and place it right at the center. It gives a very well effect, and added some orangish color correction, and in the final stage you get this kind of effect. So I hope this lesson was very helpful, and you guys would try it out. Let me know the final result in the comment section. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.